The last room. Chapter 1. The Whispering Walls. The house loomed before me, a shadow of the past I had long tried to escape. A decade since I'd set foot in these familiar yet unsettling halls. The once vibrant colors faded under the afternoon sun's gaze, like memories locked away for too long. As I stepped onto the weathered porch, an eerie silence enveloped me. The very stillness that used to be filled with laughter, whispers, and the creaking of floorboards now was broken only by the rustling leaves in the wind. The front door opened reluctantly, revealing a foyer cloaked in shadows, like the years had swallowed what once felt so warm and welcoming. I took a deep breath and stepped across the threshold, my heart drumming against my chest. The air inside carried an unmistakable scent of stagnation, mixed with the faintest hint of lavender, a fragrance my mother loved to wear. A chill crept up my spine as I wandered into each room, surveying the familiar spaces that had once held warmth and laughter. Every corner, every piece of furniture, now spoke of loss and loneliness. Dust gathered on surfaces, masking the memories hidden beneath. I began in her bedroom, where she would often tell me stories before bed, under a canopy adorned with lace curtains, gazing at me with those eyes that could calm any stormy night. Now, they seemed to stare into the void, as if waiting for me to hear them whisper tales again. As I worked, strange whispers caught my attention, a soft murmuring that sounded like children playing in another room. My curiosity piqued. I ventured towards it. The door creaked as I entered, revealing the spare room where countless afternoons were spent creating games and adventures with my siblings. A single, small desk sat against one wall, surrounded by an array of wooden chests and trunks, adorned with rusted locks. With a sigh, I approached them, the first click of each latch echoing through the emptiness. My fingers trembled as they opened to reveal layers of forgotten time, the musty smell of childhood memories wafting from their contents. Old photographs, yellowed with age, were tucked away in every corner, each depicting our laughter and smiles. But it was one specific photo that made my breath hitch. A candid shot of us all together, before life took different paths. The final trunk, adorned with an antique lock, resisted at first, but eventually yielded to my persistence. Inside lay a faded, leather-bound book tied with twine. Unfamiliar symbols etched the cover, and I pulled it out carefully. The pages revealed sketches of strange rooms within this house, a network of hidden passageways and spaces unknown even when we were children. Intrigued, I mapped these secret corridors in my mind as a small, forgotten door caught my eye. It was concealed behind an old painting, the surface now covered with cobwebs. As I pushed it open, a narrow corridor awaited, leading downward, plunging into darkness. I fumbled for my flashlight and ventured down, heart pounding. The passageway's walls felt like they were breathing. Shadows danced along the stone, as if specters watched from hidden corners. The air grew colder with each step. At its end, a door materialized unexpectedly. With trembling hands, I turned the handle, revealing a room no one had spoken of. Locked away for decades, judging by dust. The space was empty except for an old, wooden rocking chair, and on it, a photograph that made my heart lurch. Her smile, taken long before cancer took her. Tears stung as I realized I wasn't alone. The whispers grew louder now, weaving together in a cacophony of forgotten tales. "Mom!" I called out, but there was no response. The door slammed shut behind me, leaving me with only an unsettling silence. Chapter 2. The Forgotten Memories. Each day since my mother's passing, nightmares plagued me. Visions of whispers and doors leading to unknown truths. Now here, face with them. In the room, I found a childhood toy box filled with trinkets I'd long forgotten. Among them, a wooden music box played an eerie tune, its melody echoing through the passageway. Flickering light cast sinister shadows across the walls as I examined each item. Porcelain dolls, antique toys, and faded books. In one corner, a collection of photographs from my childhood smiled back. Memories both cherished and forgotten. A large frame held a picture taken on a summer day. Us, hand in hand, walking along this very hallway. My mind raced to fill the gaps between those days and now, but there were more questions than answers. Behind an antique desk, I found a journal belonging to my mother. As I opened it, a page caught my eye. Sketchy drawings of doorways, connected by winding corridors and whispers in various fonts. The room at the end of time, the Whispering Gallery. A chill raced down my spine as a gentle wind rustled through the papers. I delved into its pages, memories long buried rising from every line. There were tales of a secret world beyond these walls, where we once played with invisible friends and heard voices only children could. I recalled one such friend, little Daniel, who vanished during a game of hide and seek in the Whispering Gallery. The journal spoke of it as a threshold to other dimensions, whisperers guarding the path between worlds. My mind reeled. Whispers from that day echoed through my dreams, taunting me with secrets long buried. But what lay beyond this supposed threshold? Curiosity, tempered by fear, urged me forward. The passageway beckoned, and I walked it, each step echoing. The wooden floorboards groaned underfoot, leading to a door adorned with an intricate metalwork. The last room. My hand trembled as the handle gave beneath my grip. Beyond lay a room frozen in time. Every object was how I remembered, yet there was something else. In the corner sat a child's rocking chair, like the one upstairs. A journal, bound in black leather, bore a name. Ella, penned in an elegant script. As I opened it, pages filled with her handwriting told of my mother's fears. Whispers awakening secrets hidden beneath our home, and the figure she called the guardian who watched over us. Tales of a little girl, long forgotten, left behind. Whispers guiding her to where Daniel was taken. My heart raced as realization dawned. The child wasn't me. It had always been me. I returned upstairs, determined for clarity amidst the maelstrom in my mind. The spare room, now transformed into an eerie shrine, reflected our childhoods, the laughter and the shadows. In a moment of madness, I decided to explore this last room. My fingers ran over symbols on the hidden door as they did when I was young. It swung open, leading me down a narrow stairway with walls adorned by cobwebs. At its end stood another door, slightly ajar, inviting me in. The room held relics of lost innocence, toys from our playtime, and old photographs. Yet, in the shadows, silhouettes moved, their figures indistinct yet menacing. I approached cautiously. They vanished into thin air. On the desk, an envelope bore my name, penned Ella, trembling beneath my touch as a single page slipped out. As I read the faded ink, meet me where shadows play. Shadows flickered and parted, revealing Daniel. His eyes were black pools. Something had taken his soul long ago. I fled, but shadows pursued. Back in the spare room, the door slammed shut behind me, locking with an unseen force. A child's voice whispered, "Find the guardian." I sought answers within my mother's journal. As night fell, I learned of rituals to awaken the guardian, a way out for lost souls like Daniel. My heart pounded. Was it time to confront these secrets or flee? Morning brought clarity. Dawn lit an unseen path back up, through shadowy corridors and into the familiar passageway. In the rocking chair upstairs sat my childhood self, beckoning me with a smile, and in her lap, a young boy I'd never known. Chapter 3. The Final Whisper. The child spoke from the rocking chair. Daniel. His eyes weren't black. They were windows to worlds beyond our own. He spoke of his journey, taken by whispers and those who guided him. My mother's tales were true. The last room held a guardian between dimensions. She had always known more than I did. As night fell, with the last light fading, I felt compelled to face what was hidden. There had to be closure. Shadows danced before me like ethereal beings. And in the darkness, an unseen hand beckoned. From this room of childhood, I descended into the void where every fear from my past awaited. Echoes of laughter guided me through time. A figure emerged, a woman in silhouette with eyes that held starlight. It was my mother, alive beyond death's veil. She spoke of love and loss intertwined, our world and the shadows. Whispers enveloped us as we walked back to those secret rooms I never knew existed. They whispered stories from worlds unseen. The guardian waiting in a realm where love and fear entwined. In this last room, my mother revealed her final act. Keeping peace for lost children, whispers her guide. Together, she set me free with tears and promises to always be near. And yet, what lay beyond the threshold? Daniel, now an old man, emerged. His journey had been both sorrowful and beautiful as he found peace. Shadows danced goodbye, leading us back into our world, back to the bed where I slept those years ago. The last room's secrets remained, but so did love. Whispers fading into silence. One final image, my mother's shadow, rocking on that chair, smiling, and I closed this chapter in the dark of dawn's arrival.